everyone, welcome back and thanks for joining me. This is Jana with Purple Girl Crafts. Today we are going to be making this cute little double window card. When you pull it open, you'll see you get two different messages. And it tucks back in for just easy shipping. This card requires no die cuts, so let's just get started. So we'll need our scoreboard. And for our first piece, and we're just using a basic black cardstock, we are going to cut this at 8 1/4 by 6 inches. On that 6-inch side, we're going to score this at 1/2 inch and 5 1/2. Then we're going to turn it on the 8 1/4 inch side. We're going to score this at 5 1/2. And then we're going to grab a pencil and we're just going to put a couple little marks on here. So we're going to mark this at 1/2 and 2 7/8. And you'll want to do that at the top and the bottom. So you just have that one score mark on the one side and then the two little pencil marks. That's it. And we'll do the rest of that in a minute. Then we need one piece at 4 by 8 1/4. And we're going to score this at 2 3/4. Next, we'll need a piece, and this is going to be cut at 5 3/8 by 4 7/8. And then you want to do a 3/4 inch border all the way around. So you just want to make it 3/4 inches. You can mark it, or you can just do it in your trimmer. Now, some of these pieces we may cut down, or they may be a little big, but we'll figure this out. But these are the pieces that I'm using for the inside of the card. So the first piece, this one's going to be cut at 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. Then you need a piece that is cut at 2 7/8 by 3 1/4. Next, you need one piece, and this is going to be cut at 1 3/4 by 3 1/4. All right, so we're done with the scoreboard. So we're going to grab our trimmer, and for that base piece that we did, where we put the markings, we're going to cut a slit in here. So you want to line that up at the 1/2 inch mark. And then we're going to cut from 5 inches down to 1. You're going to lift that up, line it up on that other score mark that you did, or the pencil mark. And again, we're going to line this up. We're going to cut it from 5 down to 1. So we're making a 4-inch slit through there on the end there. All right, so next we're going to just go ahead and fold in those score marks that we have. So we're going to do each end first. And then you'll fold that other one, and you're going to fold it in the same direction. You just want to make sure that piece is lined up. Then we're going to cut away these two bottom pieces only. So I'm going to cut this, and I'm just going to use my scissors. I'm going to cut right on that line. And then I'm going to cut just a little groove off the other side. And you want to do the same thing on the other one. So cut that little groove, and then just cut on that score line. And this will be the piece for the base of the card that you have. Then for the next piece, this is going to be the piece that moves in and out. This piece we're going to take and crease out that fold. And then what I like to do is, this works just a little bit better. I'm cutting off just a little bit. I know I told you to cut it at 2 and whatever. But right here, I'm just going to cut just a tiny sliver off it, just so that it doesn't hang over. And it was easier to do it that way than try to tell you to measure between 2 3/4 and 2 7/8. All right, so that piece is done. So for on here, we're going to decorate the inside piece first. And what you're going to want to do is we're going to need to do some circles too. So I'm just going to, these are about 1/2 inch, or if you have a little pulley or anything, you could use a tab, you could use anything you want, but I'm using a circle in here. So I'm going to glue these two pieces together first. and we're going to glue them totally together. Right, once they're glued and they're even, I'm going to take this piece, and on the longer side, I'm just going to line it up on my mat so I can get the center point. And I'm just going to put a mark just in the center. And then we're going to glue this to here, and you want to do it on the front side of it. That way it doesn't get caught in the card when you're sliding it in and out. If you've got a piece back there, sometimes it'll get caught on the little slit, so you don't want anything under there. So just put that on there and line it up, and then just give it a few seconds to dry. And now for the pieces that are going to go on here. So this bigger piece is going to go on the card just like this. And then you're going to have the butterflies on that side. And then the other striped paper will go on the very top. So it'll sit like this. I haven't put it underneath the slit yet. I just want to show you how it'll sit. So this little piece will sit right there. All right, so I'm just going to put this through just so I can show you. So when you're putting this through the slit, you just want to make sure that you put it in straight. And try not to put it at an angle, otherwise you'll have a hard time getting through the second slit. Just kind of slowly work it. Turn it over, make sure it's not caught on either side. You don't want the slit too big because then your paper will slide up and down. So it's better if you just make it the exact size that you need it. And just give it time to work itself through. All right, so this is how the card's going to be assembled. The frame is going to go on the top. Let's just line this up so you can see. And then this little piece will go over here on this end. The butterfly piece will go on that flap. So it'll go under that one piece, but you'll see when we start to glue these down. And then this last piece, I think we're going to put it the longer way, will go like this. So we do have the paper going in two opposite directions, but that's okay. And then when you close it, you'll see that that piece will be sticking out and shining through. All right, but we do need a piece, one more piece for this piece right here. So I'm just going to take an extra piece that I had, and we're going to glue this down, and I'll give you the measurement. So this is going to be 2 by 4 3/4. And again, this piece is just going to sit just on that side. So let me just move all this out of the way for a minute. We're just going to start from the beginning. Right, so for the mechanism piece, I'm going to take that back out, and we're going to decorate these two pieces first. So this piece is going to go on here. Now I'm just using my quick dry glue. Now you could secure this all the way down because it's going to be between the two slits, so it's not going to move. And you just want to make sure that's even. And then for the sliding piece that's going to go on the inside, we're going to put this piece on the end. And it's the bigger of the ones. And you want to cover up that little circle just a little bit, just so that it's tucked underneath there. Then we also have my sentiments. And so I cut these. Now these are also part of the drawing. They're a little bit big, so you just want to kind of measure them to make sure they fit. Now I'm going to put this back in because I'm going to show you what you want to do. You want to make sure that when you do the sentiment, it extends just a little bit, and I'll show you why. Let me get this in there first. I'm just working it through. Making sure it goes through. Okay, perfect. All right, so when this is closed, this is how it's going to look. For the sentiment, when it's open though, so when it slides open, let me slide it and show you. This is where you're going to put the first sentiment on this right side. You do want it to hang over just a little bit so that it doesn't get caught when it's opening and closing. So you can see you got a little bit extra off the piece of paper. That way, well, when it slides out, it won't ever stick out, and so it'll slide smoothly. So you want to center this and then just glue this down. I'm sorry, this piece is 3 by 3.5. And so I'm going to center that, and then I'm just going to lay this down so it's right in the center, give it just a little bit border on that edge. And again, you can see it's hanging off of that patterned paper, but that way when it's fully pulled out, it won't hit that, the slit where it is. So it's only going to pull out to right about there, and so it won't show and it won't get caught when you're opening and closing it. So that's how you want that one to look. On the butterfly one, that one too, you want it to be the same thing, just a little bit hanging over, but not too much because it's got to close. So if you do get it too far, go ahead and just trim that piece down just a little bit. But again, you want to make sure that it doesn't stick out of the card. So I've put that down. You can see that yellow piece is still under there. It's good. And then when I close this up, you want to make sure it's lined up and it's straight and that it all tucks in and you don't see it. So if you've got too much on the butterfly paper, just go ahead and trim it down just a little bit. It's not going to get in the way of anything, so it doesn't matter. Then we're just going to glue just those two little spots I just showed you. We're just going to glue those down. So you just want to do the corner. You want to make sure you don't get it on the little sliding piece. And make sure those are really secure. My bottom one just came up. I see that. So push that one back down. All right, then you want to just test this to make sure that it opens and closes. And then we're going to glue the end of this. So we're going to put glue on this bottom half where the flap is, and we're going to close that flap on it. So you're tucking all of this into now this little pocket area. And I'm just going to test this again. And I can see my bottom piece is still not stuck down, so I'll stick that down. All right, for this next piece, I'm just going to line it up to make sure that it matches. Again, this one you want to make sure that it doesn't go over the length of the card or the butterfly paper so that it doesn't stop your card from closing. And you can see it's far enough out that it's not going to get caught going in and out, so it should be fine. And this piece is going to go on the front. Before we do that, because it looks really small, we're going to put the butterfly piece on the front. And this is just the border. And this is just to make the card just have a finish to it. You don't want to glue one end of it though, because that's where the card's going to slide in and out. So you don't want any glue on that one piece. So you're going to just glue the 3 sides and then just lay this down on top of it, leaving just a tiny little border all the way around. And then just make sure it slides in and out. And you could put a little bit more on that. The sentiment kind of looks like it needs a little bit of color or flair or something, but you don't want to put any embellishments in there because they will get stuck. And then we're going to glue this piece on the very front. I realize my patterns are not matching at all, but we're going to go with it because we're going to put the dog on front of it, so you might not be able to tell. So I'm going to lay this down and just give it a nice border all the way around. Again, I'm just making sure it opens and closes. And then for the dog, we're going to put the dog on the front, and then I've got some bones that I just drew, and those will also be in the design folder, in the January folder. So I'm just going to secure some of these down just on the front. And then I'm going to grab just a scrap piece of paper and my bone folder and just push those down. I want to make sure that they are really flat so they don't get caught on anything. And I think we'll add one more. I'm just going to test it to make sure that it slides well, and it does, so they're not in the way. We'll put one more at the bottom. Again, making sure there's no extra glue on there. Yeah, it works good. All right, now for the dog, I'm going to use some foam on the back. So I'm going to use those little squares that I've used before. I'm going to use the bigger ones on the bigger part of his body, and then I'll use a couple small ones on here, I think. Just want to give him just a little bit of dimension and off of the card. I'll put just a couple of small ones. Just in the little areas like on his ear. We'll do one on each ear. And then we'll do one just on his neck area, upper body. Okay, perfect. All right, so then you want to peel off the back of your little foam markings. And then we're just going to secure him right to the center of the card, in that little panel. He's not going to move. The card doesn't move in that spot, so he can hang over the edge if you want to. Perfect. All right, then I'm just going to add some gems just on the front of it. Since these are kind of small and really light, I'm going to put them on the darker areas of the stripes. The tweezers might work better. All right, and that is it. Oh, no, one more thing. So on the back, you want to do just a piece of white. Now you can glue this all the way around. Just want to make sure you don't get glue near the slider piece. So I'm just going to put glue just around the edge all the way around. Now you can put it on that one end because the slider is underneath that, so it won't get in the way. And I'm just using a piece of scrap paper that I had. And then just securing that. Make sure you get all your glue off your edges. So that is the double sliding window card that we made. Now you'd probably want to put a little arrow or some kind of slide here or pull me or whatever on there. I didn't do that. I have to find my stamp, but that will be done by the time I post the card. So until next time, happy crafting. I hope to see you real soon. Please check out the January folder for the little doggy bones and sentiment. See you real soon. Bye-bye.